Hello, hi, and welcome to EmpathicFire. I am your reader, Jay. These are going to be general messages for the sign of Leo in mid-November 2020. What is going on, Leo? How are you guys doing? I hope that you are doing well. All right, Leo, welcome to mid-November. Happy Thanksgiving to those who will be celebrating here in about a week and a half or so. If you guys are getting together with friends and family, please be very careful. Please be very cautious, as you might be intermingling households and all that good stuff, but maybe not so good stuff considering what's going on outside. Please continue to take very good care of yourselves and those that you know and love, as the pandemic is still a thing, friends, okay? So make good choices as you consider what you're doing for the holidays. But again, no matter where you are in the world right now, excuse me, Leo, I hope you're happy, safe, and healthy. Let's just go ahead and get into it. Anything you want from me, Leo, it's in the description box already. If you want the timestamp, it's down there. Information on how to go about purchasing a personal reading with me, it is down there as well. Any questions before you place an order, email me at the same address and I'll answer as soon as I can. And if you want to follow me on Instagram, the name is EmpathicFire Tarot, and the link for that is down in the description box, just to make it easy. Let's go ahead and get into it, guys. Messages for Leo in mid-November 2020, please. I want to see messages for Leo in mid-November 2020. It feels like a couple bridges at least want to come through, so let's go ahead and get that. Last one, thank you. Alright, let's see for Leo, please. Mid-November 2020. Wheel of Fortune. Oh my god, now I can't shuffle. No, I don't want you to fall to the floor. Oh, it's actually reachable. Yikes. Move this, watch the wires. Yeah, we got it. Alright, that's two. At least one more, please, for Leo. In mid-November, please, show me. Okay. Leo, Wheel of Fortune. Ace of Wands. Hey, Ten of Cups. Okay, so I'm getting the word reset. Reset, okay. Start over, redo, something like that, which is very interesting that I'm getting those words, but also refresh, okay, so I guess maybe that, what did I say, reset, redo, refresh, something like that. Interesting, okay. So, Leo, there's still time left on the clock is what this feels like. I was just in the kitchen yesterday making my meal for the week, or one of my meals for the week, and I was making shepherd's pie, and that goes in the oven, right? And so I set a timer, so I'm literally being drawn back to what I did yesterday, which is put something in the oven, set a timer, and then I think I went into the kitchen to check the timer, and there was still time left on the clock, so I went back to work and did what I had to do, right? So that's what I'm feeling here. It's like there's still time for whatever's baking or cooking or getting ready. There's still time left on the clock for you guys, and possibly, I know you guys don't like hearing this, but some of you just need to be patient. It's just a matter of waiting a little while longer, just a little while longer, and then it will be ready, whatever that is, whatever we're talking about. This is the Wheel of Fortune, so secondary major arcana for Sagittarius, also sometimes associated with the fixed signs, so Taurus, Leo, Scorpio, and Aquarius. You could be dealing with any of those signs or none at all, but I'm getting, this favors a clock, right? At least 4 times over, this looks like, a timepiece. So literally, some of you are watching the clock, like how I checked the clock yesterday on my shepherd's pie. I don't know. There's like this, you've put in like sort of like they really won't let me stop seeing myself make this damn shepherd's pie yesterday. But Leo, what do you have to do when you bake something, when you make anything in the kitchen, when you cook anything? You have to have all the parts, all the ingredients, measurements right, timing right, fresh ingredients, make sure you've got enough seasoning and all that kind of stuff, right? To have a delicious dish, right? And by the way, my shepherd's pie is delicious. It's amazing. um, so it feels like that. It feels like you know the work you've had to put into this thing. For some of you, it's going to apply in your career. Some of you, it's going to apply in your home life. Others, it's going to apply in your social lives or your romantic lives, wherever. You've put in what you know you're supposed to put in, and now you're expecting a result. You're expecting something coming out of the oven. But again, there's still time on the clock. There's still something here that has yet to fully bake through, to cook all the way through. And if you go in and yank it out of the oven before it's done, you're going to have a dish that isn't so complete. So I feel you, and I'm addressing this as Leo. This is a general reading, so it can go the other way. It could be vice versa. So there is still time on the clock. There is still something that needs to be set right or set up right. Something like that is coming through. Set right. So I don't bake or anything, but like, don't you have to like let bread rise, or sometimes you take something out of the oven and let it, rest and then put it back, or some, I don't know. There's some like, techniques. I'm not that great of a cook, but there's something about if you take it out now and get ready to serve this dish, it won't be right. So be more patient is how this feels. Also, a little bit of energy here about karma. I don't think it's that deep for most of you, but I'm going to throw it out there. For some of you, there could be some karmic attribute or something related to your karmic experience or karmic partnerships. Something like that is there for some of you. And beyond that, there would be lessons and stuff like that. But it's not super clear. It's not even the biggest part. The bigger part of this is let it be and be patient, okay? Ace of Wands after that. So again, reset, renew, redo, refresh, all that re stuff is coming through, right? For some of you, this is being patient on a particular creative endeavor. This is being patient on a job offer, or when you can start a job. You might, that could be, it could be as simple as that. And I don't want to say like simple as in like, don't worry about it. I can understand, 2020 has been the year of, anxiety and all kinds of, well, what the hell's going to happen next kind of sentiment, right? And so for some of you, it feels like you may have heard back from the place you want to work for, the place that you went and interviewed for, right? And they said, yeah, we want to hire you, Leo. And you're like, okay, cool. And you're waiting for them to tell you when to start, and they haven't told you yet. So there's like this uneasy feeling that some of you are sitting with where, okay, you said I had the job, but you never told me my start date. Or you said I had the job, and maybe, they're waiting just simply for an email. You're waiting for people to like send you files or send you something to start working on. Maybe somebody, solicited you. Maybe you're an independent, artist, and someone's like, hey, I want you to do this, this, and this for my business. You're like, cool, let me know what you want me to do. And you don't hear back from them. It feels, Leo, no matter how you slice it, the new opportunity is happening. It's just this expectation of, well, I thought they would contact me by now. I thought that they would tell me by now that this is what's going on. I don't know. There's something about, there is like an obvious, maybe like an obvious lesson there, or it's obvious, Leo, that you're like jumping the gun. Something about this is so obvious that it's gonna happen. It's just you don't see it coming. So because you don't see it coming, you think it's not happening. That's the feeling of this, okay? That's the empathic part of what's, of my channel's name. Is like, I just feel this like, well, it's Tuesday. It didn't happen today, so it must not be happening at all. And it could just be something like that. It could just be like a miscommunication between you and other people. Again, I'm getting like a lot of business and creative endeavors coming with this Ace of Wands. It could be literally someone said to you, okay, Leo, I'll hit you back on Tuesday. It's literally Tuesday. And they may have misspoken, or they miscommunicated. They meant next Tuesday, right? Or the last Tuesday of the month. They may have neglected to give you further detail or particular detail, which would have alleviated some of your anxiety. But interesting. For others of you, this is you. You hold yourself back because you don't start something, or you haven't committed to a timeline. They want me to say that. For some of you, you need to commit to a timeline. Interesting. Um, yeah, that's kind of what that feels like. And okay, and oh, that's interesting too. I don't think that I don't know plants. I'm not a botanical person, but the other part of the Ace of Wands is obviously it's very phallic, and wands indicate passion and spirit, and it's a very sexual energy. So for some of you, this is a reset, a redo, a refresher in your sexual exploits, your sexual connections with people, romantic, long-term romantic partners or short-term, hey, how you doing kind of people. It doesn't matter. But I'm also getting with that plant or that flower up there, whatever you would call that. Like, I know it's not a, what do you call that? A mistletoe. It's not a mistletoe, but it gives me that gold, gives me that vibe because this is gold, red, and green, and those are very Christmassy colors. So some of you might have something to expect by Christmas time, which, most people expect things around Christmas time. Not, presents or anything. They might expect bonuses. They might expect to get together with family. There's all kinds of expectations, but for some of you, this is a very significant reset in your romantic life that might start or come to some type of culmination point around Christmas. That's very interesting. I don't normally talk about time, but you have, this Wheel of Fortune, which on its face, as it's illustrated, looks like a timepiece, and then this color scheme and the plant or whatever it is, it's giving me Christmassy vibes. Okay, now the other part of your starting message is the Ten of Cups. So for a lot of you, it's a dreams come true energy. Like, in some of your cases, it's a Christmas wish come true. Don't hold on. Don't, gotta warn you. Don't everybody hold on to that. Don't everybody grasp at that at once, okay? That's not for everybody. But for some of you, it's like a Christmas dream come true, Christmas miracle, all those, holiday blessings coming down at once for you guys. So congratulations on that. Look forward to that. Some of you, not everybody. Gotta emphasize that. Not everybody. It's a general reading. It's not possible, okay? But in general, though, it feels like at some point, as time progresses, as things move forward, Leo, your dreams do come true in some form or fashion. For some of you, as this is illustrating, it looks like a romantic relationship. It looks like a significant connection with another person, whether that be someone you've known for a long time, whether you've just met them, whatever. I feel like this is like sort of like, I'm getting this vibe like this is like, even though they're dressed, from another era, it feels like very modern. Like, I've known a couple of people, and I was engaged once, and the way that I was proposed to, it was very like non-traditional. And I loved it. I love the way I was proposed to. It was very clever. It was very creative for the person that I was being proposed to by. That was really good for them. What they could do, they did a great job. So it feels like that. And I'm not saying like, whoever, if you're expecting a proposal, like, yeah, it's coming. It just feels, if it is coming, it's not going to come in a traditional way. Again, they're dressed in, in an era that's gone by where we would expect like a really big, like, well, I asked your father for your hand in marriage, dear Marion, and what do you say? It's like, no, it comes like in a very casual, like, you're just sitting together, having your morning brunch that you normally have every Saturday morning. Somebody's reading the paper, somebody else is like, scrolling through Twitter, and it's just like, hey, you want to get married? Yeah, okay. No, seriously, you want to get married? You're serious? Yeah, I'm serious. And that's it. That's the proposal. Like, I'm not saying that's exactly what's happening, but it's just like, it's that type of delivery, and it's that type of casual, no big deal, not making a big to-do about it. That's sort of the wow factor of it. Does that make sense? Like, the fact that it's low-key is the wow factor. The fact that it happened sort of nonchalantly is the wow factor. And maybe, I don't know, there's something here about it not sweeping anybody off their feet, and that's okay. Now, again, I know who I'm talking to. I'm talking to a bunch of Leos. So for some of you, you're like, it better come with some bells and whistles or something, because that doesn't sound cool to me. But I don't know. There's something about that. But again, that's not for everybody. Not all of you who are expecting or wanting to be engaged or wanting to be married, it's going to happen. But this Ten of Cups feels like a very big, monumental thing a dream coming true, but it comes true in a very like unsuspecting way. It's not coming with the bells and whistles. Even though you want bells and whistles, it's not coming with bells and whistles. So again, you're expecting big things for some of you in your career life. You're expecting, a big fanfare or a big welcome into the corporation or the company or the business or whatever that you're going to work for, and it's not going to be that. Maybe some of you are wrapping it up because the Wheel of Fortune and the Ten of Cups can talk about culmination points. So it could be you're retiring. And 2020 has really sucked the celebration out of a lot of things. And so if you're retiring or you're moving on to a new position or you're moving on to something else, again, the newness with the Ace of Wands there in the center, you could be expecting people to throw you a party, and it's more of a, here's a card, Leo, we all signed it, good luck, have a good life. And your dreams are coming true because you're moving on to whatever new path you're moving on to. But the ceremony of saying goodbye to you might not be what you want it to be. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And again, that's not to say all Leos want that. Let me tell you, a lot of Leos don't like the spotlight, don't want to have attention called to them. But for those that do, you might be disappointed. Gotta tell you. Okay? So let's get some more information here. I don't think any of this needs to be clarified. I think the message is pretty clear. So let's go ahead and just get further information for Leo, please, regarding the situation. Further information, please. Okay. Three of Cups. Yeah, you want to celebrate. And some of you will. Some of you will have reason to celebrate. Again, like for some of you, it's a Christmas thing happening. Christmas party. Again, if you're getting together with people, be careful. But you will have reason to celebrate, some of you. Further information regarding the situation for Leo, please. Further information regarding the situation for Leo. Thank you. I saw this. I saw you. Now, that goes back to what I've been saying. You have something to celebrate, or you're expecting to celebrate, but you don't know really how, when, who's coming, the details of the celebration. And okay, for some of you, this is just what you want. Oh God, how can I hold this and not have my freaking wrist feel so awkward? I guess this is the best I can do. So, for some of you guys, focus. Thank you. For some of you guys, you are wanting to celebrate, get together with friends and family, Three of Cups over there, and have a good time. And you might not know, excuse me, you might not know why. Or something, some very, again, going sort of back to what I said earlier, some vital information, some vital detail you have not been clued in on, Leo. Maybe for some of you, what's coming to you is a surprise. You might be expecting it, but it still arrives as a surprise, because the moon is giving me like a lot of fill in the blank, sort of like Mad Libs energy. Like, give me an adjective. It could be something great. It could be something with a positive connotation, or it could be a negative connotation. It's really up for someone else to decide, or some other people are involved in this situation, and what they're doing and how they're doing it and when they're going to do it, and who all gets to be in on the know and who all is going to show up, and who all, you have no clue. But I feel you, again, it's like knowing you. Okay. How else can I say this? Because that's not the clearest way. It feels like there's a party. This is just an example. Like, there's a party, but you don't know who's going. You don't know if there's a theme to the party. You don't know what time it starts. Should I bring something? Should I bring a bottle of something? Should I bring a dish? Is it this? You don't know, but there's some reason to go to a place and be there, and it's going to be festive. And again, that could tie back into the holiday feeling for some of you with the Christmas holiday. And it doesn't have to be Christmas, just like December. So if you're, Jewish and you're doing something for Hanukkah, or non-denominational, doing non-denominational celebrations during the holidays, whatever. It doesn't have to specifically be Christmas or Christmas Day. But it feels like, Leo, you want and or are expecting a celebration, but the details of it, the who, the why, the where, the when, the how, all that stuff, all those key details are are sort of kept from you. Moon is a major arcana for Pisces, so you could be dealing with a Pisces at this time. You don't have to be. Excuse me. I don't know. Leo, a lot, like I use the word, or I use the concept of Mad Libs, and that's kind of what this feels like. I can clearly feel certain aspects of what this is. You desire it. You've worked towards it. Again, we talked about that earlier. You've put in your energy, your effort. You've taken every ingredient needed for the recipe, thrown it together, put it in the oven, waiting for it to be finished. And the timer on the clock is like possibly with the moon card here deceiving you, tricking you. You set it for an hour, you go back, 45 minutes later and it still says 30 minutes. And you're like looking at your own watch. Wait a minute. I put it in at 12. It's 12:45 now. Why does the oven still say 30 minutes? That doesn't make sense. There's something where something here doesn't make sense to you. And I feel that is purposeful. Again, with this aspect of karma for a few of you. Karma happens for purpose. To give you purpose, to give you lessons, to enlighten you, to wise you up to things, right? And cycles also with the wheel. Cycles equal patterns. So for some of you, there's some bigger lesson here for you to learn, or something that you need to sort of read between the lines with, right? Or fill in the blanks with. However, I'm not sure that you're necessarily capable of doing that at this time, is what it feels like. Some of you are just like lost in the sauce, have no idea what to do proceeding forward with all of this. So because that's the feeling I'm getting, that Leo, I'm telling you information, but I'm not giving you the key information that you want. I'm not necessarily cluing you in on things that you don't already feel or understand about the situation. Let's get some advice, okay? So what can Leo do with this information? What's a better question? All right, let's ask directly. What is Leo missing here? What is Leo missing here? What does Leo not understand here? What is the missing detail that Leo is not privy to? That's a big one, because again, it's karma, so I feel like even if I'm asking this, we're not going to get a clear answer, but let's find out. So what is it that Leo is missing here? What are they not aware of? Let's go with that. What is Leo missing here? What are they not aware of? Let's go with that. The Fool. Aquarian energy. Secondary major for Aquarius. So for some of you, you could be dealing with an Aquarius, but you don't have to be. Oh my gosh. There we go. It feels like the missing part is the sort of the unbridled, not unnerving, but unbridled, very free. I feel, Leo, this is you needing to relax. Just chill out, just relax. Ease into the unknowing, which is, sometimes hard to do. Not just for Leos, but for anybody, right? So ease into the unknowing, accept that all the details are not here now, and you shouldn't expect them to be. Possibly because it's not necessary. The Fool only takes what is necessary. You see in this depiction, he looks like a chimney sweep, but in other decks, the Fool moves forward with a knapsack and his dog. And the idea is he's left all the things behind that are not essential and only takes what is essential, what is necessary with him, right? So there's that emphasis here for you. Don't worry about the details. Don't worry about what you don't know. Go forward with what you do know. Go forward with what you deem to be essential or deem to be enough to get you by, okay? And don't look back. Interesting. And don't look back, because that's what the Fool does. The Fool jumps forward wholeheartedly, does not edit themselves, does not hold themselves back. So I feel there's an invitation to move into the unknown. And Leo, many of you, or someone you're dealing with, again, it could go vice versa, are a little trepidatious about that, a little cautious about that. Because again, I know what I put in the oven. I know I put it in an hour ago, there should be 15 minutes left on the clock. I go check the clock. It says 30 minutes. That doesn't make sense to me. Again, karmically speaking, major arcana here, major arcana here, major arcana here. A lot of cosmic influences happening here. So for your quote unquote own sake, it could be your guides, the powers that be are looking out for you, Leo. Like, okay, you set it for an hour, but actually this is going to cook better if it goes for an hour and 15 minutes. So maybe, your angels, punched in an extra 15 minutes on your clock because they knew what you're trying to create is better baked at an hour and 15 minutes. Does that make sense? All right. Leo, that is your reading for mid-November. If you liked it, if you found something that resonated with you, please leave a comment. Please leave a like down below. If you haven't subscribed to the channel, please consider subscribing. Why not? Why not? Why not? Come on, it's a cool place to hang out, right? Anyway, Leo, if you want to get at me for a personal reading, again, that information is down in the description box below. I thank you all so much for watching this video. Take care.